How about it? Show us the bill. Show us the bill. Show us the bill. All right. That's a good idea. Show us the bill. Hey, you know, there are a lot of folks who couldn't make it out today because of different obligations, and maybe they were a little afraid of those few raindrops we've gotten so far. But those people you know that want to be a part of this, that ought to be a part of this, make sure that you call them, email them, and tell them about it, and we will have things up on the website very soon. I know that a lot of the bloggers are doing their thing, so there'll be lots of information up there about it. Our next speaker is one I'm a little hesitant to surrender the mic to because he is an attorney. But I don't hold that against him. He's still a good friend. He keeps asking about 45 minutes, and I said, no, 4 to 5 minutes. It's a little hard of hearing, too, apparently. But Ed Martin is a provocateur, excellent provocateur on every conservative issue you can think of. He's not afraid to take on the system, and he's not afraid to have the system take him on, and he's a great champion of conservative causes. Please welcome Ed Martin.
Thank you, Carl. You know, as a lawyer, I get paid by the word, so this is my chance to get paid. But I want to tell you about what the left is doing and how we have to be aware of what's going on around us. And I want to tell that to you by telling you about Sesame Street, Bill Moyers, Fred Sauer, and Carl Bearden. Now one of these things is not like the other. Never mind, that's Sesame Street. But last night I wanted to watch some TV. Kids were finally in bed with 3 little kids. My wife and I sat down, I put the TV on, and Bill Moyers was on. And Bill Moyers, I don't know if you know, Bill Moyers is a very thoughtful guy, right? Deep thoughts. This is on PBS. You know, the last time it was on, it was at Sesame Street. And those guys were at least counting correctly. They were able to count, you know, the count was able to get up, you know, and the right letters and all. But here was Bill Moyers in a serious voice, serious guy, thoughtful, deep thinker. You know, he's a guy, all those guys are really rabid partisans on the other cable channels, but Bill Moyer, he's really serious. Now, before I tell you what Bill Moyer's about, most of you know, let me tell you very quickly, I want to thank Carl Bearden and Fred Sauer. We get through these things really quickly. We don't get a chance to thank them. Fred Sauer is a PhD in something really, really smart, like microbiology or something really small, and you look and stuff. And he's done research all over the country, and he's a businessman. And about a month ago, he said, I'm worried about this bill. I'm worried about this health care bill. Let's do something. And he started this. And then he went to, Fred Sauer. You should thank him. And then he went to some others, and you saw some of them, these guys are bloggers and all. But he ultimately connected with Carl Bearden. And if you don't know Carl Bearden's been in education, Carl Bearden's been in business, Carl Bearden's been in public service, and now he could make a lot more money as a businessman or as a lobbyist or whatever, and he heads Americans for Prosperity, and he goes around this state making a difference, and he's a real fighter, and he deserves, when you go home, check out Americans for Prosperity in Missouri and get involved, because, and I'll tell you from personal experience, Carl said nice things about me. He's a guy that will buck the system for conservative causes. But I tell you that because those are the backgrounds of the guys, the 2 guys that really started this. And the background of Bill Moyer is he used to be a left-winger. He was a left-winger until he decided to tell us that he's not a left-winger, he's just a serious, thoughtful guy. And so we're supposed to watch him and think he's really thoughtful and important. This is what the left does. The left infiltrates. Katie Couric is nonpartisan, people. It's nonpartisan. Okay, so you have to understand this. You're all just being judgmental. So Bill Moyers, I'm watching it last night, and guess what they have on? They have these incredible stories. They have an insurance executive who went home to Tennessee, and he saw a free medical clinic. And guess what was at the free medical clinic? Sick people. And he was powerfully moved. He was so moved he got back on his corporate jet, he flew back to D.C., and he found religion, and he gave it all up. And he went to the Center for Media and Progress, which, by the way, it's nonpartisan. It happens to be left-wing on every issue, but it's really because he found religion. He'd made millions as an insurance executive, but now because there were sick people at a clinic. Unbelievable. If you go to Dr. Rennie Tober's office, there are sick people. It's unbelievable. A doctor's office with sick people. You go to a hospital, sick people. Anyway, this guy found religion, and here's Bill Moyers, and he says, tell me about this. It's incredible. You care about the poor people that are suffering. And don't you think we should change healthcare? And the insurance executive, yes, I do. We should change it. And he said, right now, insurance bureaucrats make decisions about your health care, which I don't have any problem agreeing that a lot of the insurance bureaucrats need to get a good whooping too and find faith and family and find the right decisions. But the truth is, if you ask Dr. Tobler and the insurance companies, I'm no fan of insurance companies, but insurance companies will tell you that they've been regulated by Congress and by the states into what they have to do. Here's a mandate. Stop worrying about primary care. Here's a mandate. You need to do X, Y, or Z. But this guy here is Bill Moyers, and he says, oh, you're so right. Insurance bureaucrats making decisions about care. And then the executive says, it's true. And what we need, wait for it, is we need to get rid of the insurance bureaucrats. And even if it's a government bureaucrat deciding our care, that'll be better. It's the big one, Elizabeth. It's the big one. And I watched this last night, and I watched the whole thing. I DVR'd and I watched the whole thing. And I thought to myself, it's incredible what the left is doing. They tell stories that persuade us and our people. And too many Americans not only fall for the stories, but too many Americans are working hard and trying to get by and raising their kids and getting their educations and serving in the military. And when it comes down to it, you know what? Most Americans are generous. And when they hear a sad story about people in a free clinic, they find that moving too. And so the left is packaging this up. I want to tell you another story. Acorn. Okay, Acorn. You people are very insensitive. You are very insensitive. Acorn are people, they could make a lot more money if they had education, or if they had a work ethic, or if they had anything else that matters in the workplace. But they want to serve the people. Why are you judging them? And Acorn is so successful in America that they've changed their name. They're now something like, because everyone knows Acorn now, and I won't dwell on that, but see, the left is packaging this up to persuade us.